Here's something cool about Poe. And remember, Poe is a subscription model, but you don't have to have the subscription. There's plenty to do on here for free. Mistral Medium is one of those that you don't need the subscription to be able to use. There may be like a message count. I haven't run into it, but there may be, so just keep that in mind. But something that I like that Poe does is that it gives you these little extra bits. So these can be kind of insightful. They can make you think about your book a little bit more. They can maybe give you a little bit of insight. But let's see here, like, what are some conflicts and obstacles that Alex and Jamie could face in their friendship chapters? Let's take a look. See, and unfortunately, those previous questions go away once you choose one, but this can be helpful as you're building out your book. And of course, remember, Poe does not organize things like before when we were in Novel Crafter. There's no like chapters, there's no plan, there's nothing. It's a bunch of bots that you communicate with. So if you're actually writing, or even if you're brainstorming, have separate documents so that you can keep your ideas organized. So see, here's more things. Yeah, they can lead us down different rabbit holes. Definitely useful, especially as you're planning. So I would like to have them have a chapter, because if you take a look at the outline, we're looking at them as kids, then we are, more just their friendship, and then we have a kiss in chapter 3. And then it becomes, okay, well, they're confessing their feelings. That's a little fast. I would like to see how their friendship is. I'd like to see them, being friends and being adorable together. So let's you can just make it a conversation. Super easy. And you're like, do any of these sound interesting? I want them to do something that's just the two of them. We're going to see a lot of them and their friends. But let's see their friendship as it is. We already know that we're dealing with a breakup later on, so let's not worry too much about this one. The movie marathon could be really cute. We could see them at home. Very cute. So let's see here. So one chapter. Let's see if Mitchell remembers. And then it just started writing it. Cute. Okay. So let's take a look at that outline. Who has the roommate? So Jamie has the roommate, Rachel. Does Alex have a roommate? Nope. Alex lives alone, so going to Alex's place makes sense. Let's see here. Of course, this is way too short for a first chapter. But really, we didn't want a first chapter at this point. We just wanted ideas for the chapter. But this we can work with. This is a lot of telling, not really showing. But what we can do is you can grab this chunk. Actually, let's start with this chunk. Please show this. Don't tell. Actually, flowery language. Alright, so it's going to take this paragraph right here and expand it. So that's a lot better. That's a lot closer to my own writing style. Let's actually make that bigger. Make it easier to read. This is another one where we can expand it. Let's expand this one though. We'll come back to that. This is my usual prompt when I'm taking a paragraph or a chunk and I'm like, hey, this needs expanded. Because I want sensory details, I don't want a lot of flowery language, and I want it shown. So then that took this paragraph and made it this. There's going to be some overlap, so definitely what I like to do when I do that is just a couple lines in between so I kind of know where things are. So it's not just a lot of repeated things. We'll get rid of that. And absolutely we are going to be expanding this, we're going to be editing it. But right now we have 847 words, which is a lot better than what we had when we first plopped this in. A little bit more and we'll actually be at a first chapter. So with Poe and what I'm doing right now, it does take longer than it did in Novel Crafter to be able to get words, but at the same time, what we're doing right now is free. So it's more work on our end, but you don't have to have the subscription to Novel Crafter. You don't have to have the credits in Open Router. I love Novel Crafter for organizing things, but I definitely wanted to show you all a way to incorporate AI into your writing and into your brainstorming and your planning. And that doesn't mean that you need a subscription model. I get it, finances are hard. You deserve to have an AI that you can use, that you can rely on, and that you enjoy without having to sacrifice somewhere else in your life. So if you're in that position, please check out Poe. Please check out Mistral Medium, and there are a bunch of other ones that you can play with too.